Heard it through the grapevine, a taste of the world's best from the Bay Area's backyard.
Wow, there is nothing like drinking a gorgeous glass of Cabernet right out here in the vineyards. I'm here with Jeff. He is the winemaker of Cornerstone Winery here in Napa. Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Vicki.
You just happen to have a bottle on you, didn't you?
Always carry one with me.
Any good winemaker does. What are we drinking right now?
We're drinking Cornerstone's 2007 Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, and this is what you're famous for.
Yes, it is.
And the Valley is as well, but you have other varietals? Talk to me about that.
We do. We actually, in our whites, we make a Sauvignon Blanc and a Riesling, and we also do a Rosé of Syrah. And then on the reds, we do Syrah red wine, Cabernet Franc, and obviously Cabernet Sauvignon.
Now, the Cornerstone label has been around since
1991
Wow.
was their first harvest.
But you also have a sister label.
Yes, we do. It's Stepping Stone. And those wines, we want to make them more memorable, but affordable for everyday drinking.
Because everyone should have an opportunity to taste
Exactly.
great wine.
Exactly.
Now, your tasting room is just a few minutes from here.
Yes, we are 10 minutes north of the tasting room in Yountville. We're in the heart of Oakville on the west side of the Napa Valley.
Okay, so people who want to come and taste some of these great wines can do that. And if they find themselves somehow out in the vineyards, would they find you here?
Yes, and maybe I've got a bottle of Cabernet with me as well.
Yes, exactly. What is your philosophy? Just a little bit about your philosophy in winemaking.
Well, I really want the vineyard, the varietal, and the vintage to show through in the wine. And I'm a very gentle, hands-off winemaker because I really want the grapes to show through.
And when you start with a great fruit like this, you know, I guess you can't go wrong, but you're being very humble. This is a wonderful wine.
Well, if you have great grapes, you have great wine.
So for people who want to find out more, they just go to the website?
That's right, it's cornerstonecellars.com.
Great. Cheers.
Heard it through the grapevine is sponsored by Cornerstone Cellars. Heard it through the grapevine, a taste of the world's best from the Bay Area's backyard.
We are in the heart of downtown Yountville, and this is the new tasting room for Cornerstone Cellars. Let's go inside and talk to Amanda. Hey,
Hello,
Amanda.
welcome to Cornerstone. Thank you so much for coming out today, Vicki.
Well, thank you. This is a beautiful rosé.
Thank you. Yeah, 100% Syrah, very nice, dry, perfect for summer.
Could you guys have a more perfect location?
Not really. We're right in the heart of Yountville, basically a food and wine playground.
I mean, you could name names. All the top chefs have some kind of restaurant
Yep,
here.
Thomas Keller, Michael Chiarello. There's Red down the street as well. We have Bistro Gentil and Hurley's.
So folks who are coming here to maybe sample some food, then they have a chance to come and sample your wines here at the tasting room. You're noted for
our Howell Mountain Cabernet. We started making Howell Mountain Cabernet in 1991. As of the last 5 years or so, we've really branched out into making some new wines with still a focus on our Cabernets. We actually make 3 cabs now, so but we've branched out to making this Coralina Rosé and Sauvignon Blanc, Cabernet Franc, and Syrah as well.
So people will have a chance to sample some of these great wines, and then also the space is terrific. It's just bathed in light.
Thank you. Yeah, it's got a very breezy, airy sort of feel to it, and we've completely renovated the whole space, and we wanted to create the most comfortable environment possible.
So if somebody wanted to buy, let's say, a bottle of wine and take it across the street to one of these great restaurants?
Yeah, they can actually take a bottle of our wine over to Hurley's, and there's no corkage fee, and they're an amazing staff.
It doesn't
they
get
take very
any better.
good care. Yeah.
Also, you have a wine club.
We do. We actually have 4 wine clubs.
And so for people who want to find out more information about your location and the wine clubs, where do they go?
Yep, they can go to cornerstonecellars.com, and they'll be able to see all 4 of them.
Heard it through the grapevine is sponsored by Cornerstone Cellars. Heard it through the grapevine, a taste of the world's best from the Bay Area's backyard.
We're here at the tasting room of Cornerstone Cellars in Yountville, and I'm here with Matt, who's going to teach me a little bit about drinking wine. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing good, Vicki. How are you?
Actually, I'm don't need any help drinking wine, but tasting is another matter. How do you educate people about wine tasting?
Well, what we're doing here at Cornerstone Cellars is offering a little tasting toolkit, we like to call it, a stepping stone to wine discovery. Kind of gives people a chance to learn about how they experience wine here in the Napa Valley.
Which is great because you're so centrally located. You learn a little bit about tasting wine and then you can go off from here.
Absolutely. Yountville is right in the heart of the valley. You can head on up right after you're done.
Okay, great restaurants, great wine. And you're, of course, noted for this Cabernet
Our Howell
here.
Mountain Cabernet Sauvignon. A primary aroma you're definitely going to pick up, black currants. And so we have a nice little toolkit here, aroma kit, with some synthetic aromas that are going to help you identify primary aromas in the wine.
Okay, I definitely smelled it in that. And this one here, I don't know what this is, but blackberry?
Blackberry, absolutely. You're going to find blackberry as well as blackcurrant in a number of Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignons. We also have a number of other different aromas for red and white wines that are going to help you identify secondary, even tertiary aromas in the wine.
Why is it so important to have, you hear about the nose of a wine. Is tasting actually kind of a misnomer? It's really more smelling?
It really is. Your nose is the biggest tool you're going to have in the wine tasting. You're going to really identify different aromas. About 75% of what you taste is actually smell.
Okay, and this one smelled a lot like pepper.
That is black pepper. That's a character that's going to be more secondary in a glass of red wine.
Okay, and so for folks who want to learn more about wine, how do they find out?
You can look us up online at cornerstonecellars.com. You can also give us a phone call here at the tasting room or just drop in and ask.
Nice nose.
Heard It Through the Grapevine is sponsored by Cornerstone Cellars.